Then I sit down, I put up my phone, nothing even fancy. Do use my back camera though, because it's a little better than my front camera, right? I put up my phone on my tripod. I use one of those little clickers off of Amazon, little Bluetooth clicker, and I just shoot and go. And you will get really good at this where you can record 50 videos in an hour, right? But if you have 2 hours, you can record those just 50 topics that you're talking about.
Oh, man. I'm just going to leave it there, y'all. We could go on. Oh, here's what he's talking about. The little
Exactly.
So I could go on and on and on with you, and I will at some other point. Yo, guys, what's up? This is your boy, John, and I've got with me another smart person, of course, because this is the smartest podcast. It's Kasey Brown. She is the CEO of Digital Kairos. We're going to find out what that is and why you should listen to her. Kasey, what's up?
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me.
No, I'm really excited to talk to you. I got to sit in a class training session with you on digital marketing on that channel that old people don't understand, and I'm old. So you gave me some real good insights on, TikTok and TikTok and marketing. And after that, I was like, that's fascinating. I want to talk to her more. So that's why you're here. Tell me about, Digital Kairos, what it is, how you got started.
Yeah, so a little background. I'll try to make this quick here, but I have always had a love for all things social, all things business, and then marrying those to growing businesses on social, right? And so as one of my first businesses, I grew all organically on Instagram. But as kind of the ad platform started advancing, my platform of choice at the time was Instagram. I started learning about ads and running ads on Instagram. So I started running ads probably around 2011, 2012, and just have loved ads, right? And so after some stints in corporate, and we can get into that if you want, but after some stints in corporate, in 2021 officially, I went all in to just form an ads agency. Now, in the background, I had been running ads for friends, for different companies, for different people, doing ad strategies in the corporate landscape. So have been very involved in digital ads. But in 2021, actually, we went all in, formed the agency. And the intent with the agency was to just be a ads kind of agency, right? Traditional ads agency, run Facebook ads. We then expanded into running Google ads and things like this. But what I saw after iOS 14.5 is that ads and ad costs, ad efficiency, ad performance was going down for a lot of our clients, right? And so what I did see were, for the handful of clients, we actually start seeing a trajectory up after iOS 14.5. And so I went to the drawing board and said, hey, what are these clients doing differently than the other clients going down? And one thing that they were doing really well was content, right? And so I started analyzing their content, looking at the content that they were pushing out that we were running as ads. And the content that was working best across the board was the short form video, what most people would call a TikTok style video, right? It's a short form video, text overlay, pretty snappy. And so that kind of was the catalyst for us to, what I say, go all in on TikTok. When I say that, it's not necessarily all in on the platform. I do love the platform of TikTok, and we could talk a lot about it, but it's all in on the style of content that TikTok has just pioneered, right? That if you look across any platform right now, is the style of content that is needed for you to grow. If you want to grow on YouTube, you got to do YouTube shorts. If you want to grow on Instagram, you got to do reels, right? And even the ads, like I said, I'm coming from an ads perspective with our clients. The ads that are really working right now are those things that feel native to the platform, which on most of these platforms right now is this quote unquote TikTok style video. So now as a company, we talk a lot about TikTok. We talk a lot about content, because my thesis is when it comes to ads, when it comes to organic, when it comes to growing businesses on socials, it all starts with content, right? We have to make good content. And so now we are an ads agency, we are a growth agency, we are a marketing agency, but our number one focus is content with our clients.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So a lot of short form video.
Exactly.
And so you're saying that you saw at the same time or around the same time that iOS they literally broke the ad system, right?
Exactly.
You know, they really did. They broke the ad system. But you were seeing others after it was broken were still getting gains, and it was the content and the style that they were producing. And it was so my question is, were they producing this content as ads, or was it also there, you know, they were seeing some, you know, organic activity also, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's a good question. So one client in particular was they just love TikTok, and they started going all in on TikTok. And I will be on record, and I tell people this all the time, like, I am not scared to make bold statements. And then if I get new information, like, I will change my statements, right? And so one of the bold statements that I was making at the time was, I thought TikTok, and it's funny now that I say this, I thought TikTok was like a trend, right? I was like, I don't see any like life behind it. I don't see any legs behind it. Like, my little cousins and siblings use TikTok. Like, I don't see the value there. But one of our clients, and I was publicly saying these things, right? One of our clients was like, yeah, Kasey, I'm gonna just test it. And I'm always like, yes, test it. Let me know how it goes. Like, because again, I want to be proven wrong, right? I love new platforms, love new information. So he went out there and tried it. And so to answer your question, what he was doing, he put out around 300 videos around the span of a month and a half. And he was like, I'm just having fun with it. And he was seeing it from a perspective of, it's helping me get better at understanding, you know, the messaging, my marketing messaging to my potential customers, right? And so and I love that frame when people just go into new platforms and it's not about the followers, it's not about the sales. It's like, hey, how is this making me a better owner, CEO, operator, right? And so he went in with like, hey, I'm just exploring this to get better at my marketing messaging. What happened though, because he was putting those videos out organically, he shot up organically. Also, our team as ads folks, we were like, hey, this is a really good ad. And so we actually started running some of the content as ads, right?
Got it.
And so we were kind of doing both at the same time. He blew up organically. One of the videos after 300, and we could talk about this, but his 301 video finally went viral, right? His intent was not to go viral. 301 went viral. And till this day, that video probably nets them around 20 to 30K just off of that video. It's still getting life, it's still going, and it just gets sales, right? Also, then if you think about it, we use a video like that, it's getting tons of sales organically. We use a video like that as ads, and it's a no-brainer.
So okay, this is fascinating. So 301, that's what we're going to talk about. So we take 301 hits, and you take that and move it. Now you said that it's still doing 20, 30K in sales right now.
Exactly.
Is that organically all
organic? All organic.
Wow. Okay. And so then you take that same organic content, turn it into an ad, obviously, and blow it up. Now, but what have you taken that organic and put that organically on other sites and seen? Do you see the same sort of engagement?
So I won't say necessarily the same, but we do see things that work pretty well on TikTok because it's the same audience, right? At the end of the day, it's not like it's the same audience, right? Kate, I have my mom has a TikTok account. My mom has an Instagram account. She has a Facebook account. She's on some platforms more than the others, but it's the same audiences, right? Relatively that we're speaking to. And so the only difference on these platforms is algorithms, though, on these platforms, what we're seeing, Instagram and YouTube, are trying to become more like TikTok, not to get too specific, but more like TikTok. And so I will say, to answer your question, initially, those TikToks that went viral did not work on the other platforms. Now, so we will repost, right? If we get a video that goes pretty well, we will repost that video monthly. So now we are seeing that reach on the other platforms with those viral videos over on TikTok.
Awesome. So you're saying you'll repost the same video organically monthly on the same channels?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
So one little hack to just milk the
yeah,
heck
yeah,
out of
yeah.
like your viral videos, like repost them.
Yeah. So the lifespan of a short form video is short.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Well, some
short
people
enough so you
think
can throw
that,
it out again.
yeah, it can, and this is why I do love TikTok as a platform as well. If you go on your TikTok For You page right now, you might be hit with a video that came out in January 2021, right? And so the live, like these are short form videos, but TikTok as a platform, they do help the creators give longevity to their short form pieces of content, right? And so I think the other platforms are catching up. YouTube is catching up a lot in the shorts, but I think that people, if you do make a good piece of short form content, it can live on for a very long time.
Okay, so I mean, guys, go back, listen to this. There's a whole strategy there. I'm not going to sit here and pick it apart for you. Listen again, because it was a whole strategy. All right, because I really want to go on to the next part, which is, TikTok versus YouTube. What are your thoughts here?
So you're gonna get me on record saying that again. I'm not scared to make bold. I'm not scared to make bold statements and change them, what have you. But I do believe. So we're currently in the year 2023. I do believe that YouTube Shorts. So if we have the same conversation a year from now, I do believe we will solely be talking about YouTube Shorts. I believe that YouTube Shorts is going to surpass even TikTok, Instagram Reels. I believe that a lot of creators are going to start spending a lot of time over on YouTube Shorts, a lot more creators, I should say. But I do think that YouTube Shorts is going to be the thing, especially like as we get to the latter half of this year. My thesis is that everybody's going to be talking about YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. And why do you think that?
So YouTube, right, okay, a few reasons. One, TikTok does have a lot of political pressures on it right now with safety and is it going to get banned and different things like that. And we could talk about that. So that's one reason, right? And so then even for creators, business owners, we see TikTok, we see like, oh, this is great, the possibilities, but strategically, a lot of us are thinking, okay, if this goes away, what's the next thing? Right? Like where do I go? And YouTube, for a lot of the same people that are creating and monetizing over on TikTok, YouTube is that place where you can build and has always been really, really, really strong communities, right? Your subscribers on YouTube are super, super valuable, right? And we could have a whole conversation on YouTube. But shorts right now, it's been hard to grow on YouTube, right? If you are just new to the landscape, it's pretty hard to just start a YouTube account and really just, take off. But shorts is allowing people, even if you want to just start a new YouTube account today, which notoriously has been pretty hard to grow on YouTube. If you want to start a new YouTube account today, shorts, I have some people that are getting 50,000 subs a month just by posting shorts. They haven't even posted any long form video, right? And so if you think about YouTube as, hey, this is probably where your best chances at building a super, super engaged audience is. And then shorts is the way to do that. I feel like, creators, business owners are going to be really all in on YouTube Shorts.
So it's like shorts to long form video, or shorts to, I mean, what's the play here? I mean, I should do first, how often, just in general, or should I be making this content?
Yeah. So the one thing, so on this point, how I say this is that short form videos are for width, right? Short form videos are for width. It's like a fishnet out there. I can just get the attention and all these things. Long form videos for depth, right? Okay. So I get deeper with my long form video, but I need to get it's a funnel, right? And so I need as many people as I can at that top of that funnel, and then I funnel them down, right?
Yeah.
To the point around how much, I get this question a lot. And the thing that I say is however much you can post consistently. And so if you can post a video a day consistently, and I say consistently, I'm talking about for the next 100 days, right? If you can post a video a day for the next 100 days, right? Next 90 days to make it 3 months, do that. If you can post 3 videos a day for the next 90 days over on YouTube, do that. And a lot of us can, right? Because a lot of us, and I know I'm talking to you, a lot of us have been making Instagram Reels. We have been making TikToks. And so we are actually sitting on a good chunk of YouTube shorts per se, just remove the watermark and start uploading them, right? This doesn't even need to be net new content. It's all the like you have 100 reels right here. You have 300 TikTok videos. Start downloading them, remove the watermark, upload to YouTube. 2, 3, 4, however much you can do consistently over a 100-day period. And you will start seeing the growth.
Okay, cool. What's the most important thing on a uploaded video? Of course, content of the video, but past that, I mean, is it the title? Is it the description? Is it the hashtags? What, okay, you're going to say all of the above, but go ahead. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Well, the number one thing is the hook, right? The number one thing in a short form video, long form video, on a movie, on a TV commercial, right? It's the hook. It is how in that first, what we call in the short form, it's the first 3 seconds, but how the first 3 seconds or minute, or what, if it's longer form, hooks somebody in, right? And so a hook can be a lot of different things. It can be the title. The title can be the hook. The hook can be a text overlay. The hook can be like how I like move my phone and like show some things, but it's what's happening in that first 3 seconds that actually piques a viewer to say, okay, let me actually stop scrolling, right? And stop this dopamine rush that I'm feeling by like exploring all these cool videos. Let me stop scrolling and spend the next 20 seconds with you. Right? Because you gave me something that either piqued my curiosity, that made me super excited, that hooked me into a story you're about to tell me. You hooked me in with something in that first 3 seconds. And now I'm going to give you my attention for the next 20, 30 seconds, however long that short form video is.
Okay, cool. All right. Is there a format that I might want to, kind of overlay when I'm doing these things, after the hook?
So after the hook, we just call it the meat, and then kind of like the ending. There are so many different formats, and we could spend a lot of time here. So this is actually what we do with our clients. We come out, we film, we structure all the videos and the content. And there's so many different types of videos, right? There's video like tutorials, there's funny videos, there's just statement videos, right? And so after the hook, it's kind of a little different depending on the style of the video. But the hook is the most important thing. If you can hook somebody in, even if you're telling a mediocre story, like you've hooked them in, and the algorithm will reward you for hooking people in.
Okay, cool. So, I know that you are a video recording beast. And, you talk about doing, if I can do this for the next 100 days, you don't do like a video a day for 100 days, do you?
Yeah. So I can answer this question in a couple of different ways. Yes and no. There are a lot of people are sitting on a ton of content, right? And so like even this video right here, like we're recording, this could probably be around 10 to 12 videos that we're making, right? And then if we like edit them up and chop them up differently and like we could easily probably get like 20 different videos, 50 different videos from this 30-minute conversation, right? And so there are ways to make hundreds of videos a day. One of my goals though, in this kind of like new year, I'm doing like a 90-day sprint. It is 100 minutes worth of content creation for 100 days. So a little over 90 days, but 100 minutes. So around 2 hours, that is going to be focused just on content creation. Now, will that all be like short form? No, it might be some long form in there. It's some podcasts in there. It's some lives in there, right? But with that, I will probably generate, depending on what I do on average, I'll probably be generating around like 5 to 7, at least short form videos a day.
Interesting. Now, are you going to, do you like, let's do shorts for busy people. All right. That's the name of my new book, right? Shorts for busy people. So, all right. I do want to get out and do some shorts. I've got maybe 3 to 5 hours a week to maybe do this.
Yeah.
Should I batch it all in that 3 to 5 hour period? And can I batch it all in that? How would I do something like that? How can I plan that out?
Yeah. So let's say you have 3 hours, right? Maybe like it's a Sunday morning for the kids to get up or what have you. Sunday morning from 7 to 10, I'm going to batch out everything, right? I'd use the first 30 minutes. And I actually do this just like in my day to day. But the best things that work, here's a little hack. The best things that work on shorts, TikToks, reels, whatever you want to call these things, guys, the best things that work are stories, right? The best things that work are stories. And so I like to say this, especially like Black folks are so good with telling story. But I think about stories all the time when I'm having dinner, when I'm just talking to somebody. And so I keep a notepad. You can even see what it's titled. It's called Stories for Content, right? And I will just keep a list of like funny stories or even life lesson stories, entrepreneurial stories though, right? And so if I had 3 hours, the first 30 minutes would be like, all right, how many stories do I have, right? Let's say that I have 20 stories that I know I can tell really quick, right? Again, these can be personal stories, life stories, kid stories about the kid. People love stories. And especially the more we can like humanize ourselves is my goal with these stories, right? So first 30 minutes, let's say I have 30 stories I can tell. Boom. There's 30 videos, right? The next, let's say I go through those 30 stories. So I have maybe 10 more minutes left in my planning session. I think about like just some things I like talking about, right? Maybe that's for me, business, ads, books that I'm reading, right? And so I come up with maybe like 50 more or 20 more like things that I can just talk about. Let's say 10 more things that I can talk about. Because I had 20 to 30 stories that I can talk about that I've just been keeping a tally of. I have 10 other like topics I can talk about. Now I have around 30 to 50 videos that I can record for the next 2.5 hours, right? So I'm breaking my 3 hours down, 30 minutes for planning. So I sit down, 30 minutes planning, right? I think of some stories. I think of some topics. One note, 80% of my videos, I want to be human, right? I want to be like stories. So that's why I have that ratio. 80% of my videos, story, 10 to 20% more expertise. So whatever I'm an expert in, right? So I have my 30 stories, 20 stories that I can tell, and I got my 10 business topics or whatever I'm an expert in. Then I sit down, I put up my phone, nothing even fancy. Do use my back camera though, because it's a little better than my front camera, right? I put up my phone on my tripod. I use one of those little clickers off of Amazon, little Bluetooth clicker, and I just shoot and go. And you will get really good at this where you can record 50 videos in an hour, right? But if you have 2 hours, you can record those just 50 topics that you're talking about.
Oh, man. You know, I'm just going to leave it there, y'all. We could go on. Oh, here's what he's talking about. The little
exactly.
So I could go on and on and on with you, and I will at some other point.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was gold right there. I mean, if you could, and it's almost like going to the gym, right? If you, I get it. Right now, you think that is so hard to do, but if you just get out there, I don't care if you get the first 3, get 3 of those things that she's talking about, and then 3 of them, and just do that, and then move forward. Like you said, the more you do it, the easier it gets.
It's a muscle. It's a muscle.
It is a muscle.
Yep.
It is. You know, just like we're doing this. You know, I started this off. I was like, look, I don't know where we're going, but part of the muscle of me being able to interview is because I've done so many. So you guys got to get out there and get in front of the camera. And even if you don't want to get in front of the camera, we can talk about those too. How to for shy people, right?
Yeah. Well, the one thing that I say to like introverts, right, is like, I think most of us in the audience I think we're talking to, most of us even started our businesses, started whatever kind of like we're doing. I think most of us I like to think that most humans are good people, right? And I think that most good people actually want to help people, you know, like we got in this game to help people of some sort, to share, right? And so there's this thing that social media has allowed us to do is just share an impact for free. We get to tell our stories. We get to connect with people. We get to relate with people. I get to like go out there and help people for free. And so whenever I'm not feeling like in the zone to create content, I say, Kasey, like how selfish of you, like not to like share this experience and the stories that you have that may help one person, right? It's I believe that like all the things that I'm going through, the stories that I have to share, the expertise that I have, is not just mine to hold on to, it's mine to share and help others, right? And I get to do that. Before 20 years ago, I would have had to pay for billboards, or I would have had to pay for TV slots to like get my message out there, or I would have had to like go door to door and help people, right? Now I get to sit in the comfort of my home, turn on my iPhone, record some video, share some things, and I can reach millions of people for free. Right. And so I think about it that way. Like, it is my duty. I get to create some videos and get out here and share and help, even if it's just one person, with something that I have to share and help with.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Hey, last question before we get out of here. I
Yeah.
always like to ask this final question. Was there something that I didn't ask you that I should have?
It's a great question. One question that I've been getting asked a lot, though, and you kind of asked me this, but is what platform should I prioritize right now, right? When it comes to video, should I go all in on Shorts, TikTok, Instagram? Like, what should I do? And the one thing that I've been saying back to everybody is do not prioritize platform, prioritize content. It's the same content that works across all these platforms. Prioritize the content, prioritize building this muscle of just making the content. And it's going to take you a minute to just upload that to every platform. So don't think about the platform, upload to as many platforms as humanly possible, get better at telling your stories and stuff in short form content, and you're gonna win the game.
Awesome. Kasey, if people want to find you, follow you, work with you, where should they go?
Yeah, so I'm on TikTok, of course. At Marketing Case is the TikTok. Facebook, Kasey Brown, you can find me there. Those are probably the most places where I'm most active, and on Instagram as well. But TikTok and Facebook, probably where I'm most active.
Awesome. Hey, guys, we got to get out of here. Hey, Kasey, hang on for just a second after this. But for you guys, you're done. All right, we're out of here. Peace. Hey.